going on, YouTube? I told you I'd be back, but I had to get the hell up out that sun. Real talk. I got in the house, my face was full of sweat. Just like y'all see in that last video, my face was full of sweat. But like I told y'all, I was gonna make a video explaining my illness. For those of y'all that don't know, I have a disease called sickle cell. I'm about to say sickle cell awareness because that's that's funny as shit. I realized I was about to say I have sickle cell awareness, but I have sickle cell anemia. The reason why I was about to say sickle cell awareness is because we need sickle cell awareness. I try to do a lot of the awareness, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one that have sickle cell. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of brothers and sisters with sickle cell. A lot of them, they do a lot of awareness themselves. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about, some of them be going state to state, you know what I'm saying, and doing this and doing that. But like I said, I have sickle cell awareness. I know y'all probably looking at me like, what the fuck is that bubble in that nigga chest? This right here is called a metaport. And the reason I got it, like I explained to you, I have sickle cell. So I've been in and out the hospital my whole life. My whole life. So I have a port in my chest. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is. This is a port. It was surgically put in my chest to go, and it's this little thing right here, but it has a little, like, I don't know what they call it, but it's like a little small straw. It ain't a straw, but I'm gonna say it's a straw. You know what I'm saying? It goes up to like here, and it goes into like a main artery, or like a main vein. So when I go to the hospital, or anytime I go to my doctor's office, I had bad veins. And the reason I had bad veins is because I've been in and out the hospital all my life. You could probably, some of y'all probably could tell, some of y'all probably can't, but my veins are bad, you know what I'm saying? Even if I do get the IV, you know what I'm saying? Even if they do get it, you know what I'm saying? Not long after I get the IV, my vein will blow because scar tissue, or even it's been a bad vein, you know what I'm saying? And I've been dealing with this illness my whole life. A lot of people, when they ask me, well, how long did you have it? Sickle cell is a generic disease, whereas though my mother has the trait, my father has the trait. So therefore, it was a 50-50 chance that I would get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only child that my mom and father had. Of course, I got a little sister by my mother. I got other brothers on my father's side, you know what I'm saying? And I got another sister on my father's side. They live in South Carolina. I didn't grow up with them, but that don't mean nothing. You feel me? That don't mean a goddamn thing. I still love them to death. You know what I'm saying? And I try to explain them. I try to tell them every chance I get, I love them. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be here today and gone tomorrow. So I want them to know that before anything. I love all my brothers and I love all my sisters. But I'm the only one on both sides of my family that has this disease. And you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm the only one that has this disease, yeah, it hurt. You know what I'm saying? It hurts. And I'm gonna tell you why it hurts, because it hurts because, like I said, I'm the only one. So nobody in my family understand what I be going through. And sickle cell is a disease where it attacks your insides. So I could be fucked up on the inside, and you know what I'm saying? My family would look at me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, ain't nothing wrong with you, or not even that. Like, I could have a good ass day today, all day, from the time I woke up this morning until the time I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even gotta be like that. It could be now. It could be 30 minutes now. I could go into a fucking full blown pain crisis. And pain crisis is where your people, your normal your normal red blood cells are like a circle shape. You feel me? A sickle blood cell is like a croissant. So once the blood starts sickling and it starts flowing through your body or whatever, going through your veins or wherever it's traveling at, and it starts sickling, it starts sticking, you know what I'm saying? It starts getting stuck. So, you know what I'm saying? You can have pain wherever it is. My pain usually is in my chest, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it could be my whole chest or my back, you know what I'm saying? My whole back, you know what I'm saying? That's what it mainly is. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I could go to sleep. Like I said, I have a good ass day. I go to sleep or whatever, and it will wake me up out my sleep. And when it wake me up out my sleep, that's when it's bad, because it be in my joints. You know what I'm saying? Like my wrists, my elbows, my shoulders, my chest, my knees, my ankles. I can't move. I don't want to talk. I don't even be wanting to breathe. It be feel like my body is shutting down. And like I said, since I'm the only one with the disease in my family would look at me and be like, okay, nigga, you was just good earlier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong? Uh, that's like even when I go out of town, you know what I'm saying? I could go out of town to Virginia, to my folks' house down there, and be down there you know what I'm saying? Be down there. And when I come home, I could go into a pain crisis, and like I said, my family don't understand it. So when I come home or whatever, I might go into a pain crisis, have to go to the hospital, and my cousin would be like, "Damn, every time you come down here, you get sick, man." It's not every time I come down there I get sick. It's, you know what I'm saying, this disease. You feel me? I could be good now, and a certain time later, I could be fucked up. You feel me? But like I said, this is a metaphor, which they put a needle in this thing right here. The needle, this metaphor is only like under like probably a thin layer of skin. So they put a needle. I'm gonna try to explain it. You see these little dots? 1, 2, 3. They put the needle in the middle of them dots, and they could draw blood, they could give me fluids, they could give me pain meds, antibiotics, whatever I need. They could give it to me, you know what I'm saying? But being as though I had sickle cell, and I've been in and out the hospital all my life, my veins are messed up. I'm Today is August 1st. Tomorrow I will be 29 years old. I never ever, I prayed for it, but I never ever expected to be 29. I'm talking about I was 10, 11 years old. I used to pray for to see ages. You know what I'm saying? I used to pray. Like I used to pray God, like I said, I used to be 10. I used to pray God would let me see 13. God, let me see 13. I pray God, let me see 14. I seen 15. I've seen 14. And so on. I did that all my life. And I still do it. I still do it. I'd be 29 tomorrow. And I still ask God, God, can I see? You know what I'm saying? I pray about it. And I ask God, I'd be 29 tomorrow. I ask God, God, can I please see 31? Like he said, you pray, you should receive. You pray, you should receive. Right now, I know y'all looking at me like, what the hell you keep licking? What the woo this and what the woo that? I got a half a roll up. And the reason I got I got another one, but I just want to, you know what I'm saying, roll up something quick, a little bang bang. That's what I call it. A little bang bang. A little bang bang is just a little quick hit, you know what I'm saying? They do whatever, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. Put the weed in there, just have a little bang bang. I ain't trying to roll up a whole J. It's too hot outside for that. So I just roll up something real quick. But sickle cell, you know what I'm saying? If y'all can look at my eyes are jaundiced. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's because I had sickle cell. I done had surgeries after surgery after surgery. I haven't had any like I haven't had any surgeries where though I had to get a shoulder replaced. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people with sickle cell, they have to get surgeries like that where they have to get their shoulder replaced, they have to get their hip replaced, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I be having pain and like my elbows. If I have my hand up, looking at my phone while I'm sitting up, if I have it up over like 5 minutes, my hand will start hurting. My elbow will start hurting, so I have to like stretch it out. You know what I'm saying? But I done had a couple of surgeries. The first surgery I ever had, I had my tonsils and adenoids taken out. And that was, I don't know, I had to be like 13 or 14 when I had that surgery. I had both of them, my tonsils and adenoids taken out. That was the first surgery I ever had. My second surgery was, damn. My second surgery was my gallbladder. I had my gallbladder taken out. Y'all probably can't see it now, but you look right here, I got a little mark. One right there, and there's one right there. There's also one right here, and there's one right here on my belly, on the bottom of my belly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 incisions. They cut me open, took my gallbladder out. And with this surgery, this was my second surgery, they explained it to me and my family that it'd be an in and out surgery. It's a quick surgery, easy surgery. But these people almost killed me. Children's Hospital, Children's National Medical Center. They're the best hospital I ever went to. I wish I was still old enough to go there, but Children's National Medical Center almost killed me, and I'm not lying. Like I done had my gallbladder taken out. I was probably like 16. No, I wasn't. I was older than 16. I was like 18. I was 18 because I remember I was working at the barber shop, and I had a scooter. I had a moped. And it was raining. Well, it was raining earlier that day. I was working at a barber shop, sweeping up hair. And I was leaving the barber shop to go to my mother's job. My mother worked probably 5 minutes up the street. So I tried to hurry up and rush to my mother's job before my boss or the guy that owned the barber shop. I tried to hurry up and rush to my mother's job before he came there and got to work. I'm leaving out the parking lot. Like I said, it was raining earlier that day. So I'm floating down the parking lot, man, you know what I'm saying? And I remember it was a black Chevrolet HHR. It was in front of me. That joint hit the brakes. So when it hit the brakes, I started hitting the brakes. But when I started hitting the brakes, the back tire was sliding because it was wet. So I released the brake and I hit it again. Start sliding again. I'm getting closer and closer to this HHR. So I'm riding it. So I let it go of the brakes again. And then I try to slam on it. But when I slammed on it, but the bike kept going. It was so wet, the bike kept going. I hit like the edge, like the left side of the HHR. I hit the left side of it, like the edge of it. I didn't damage the car or nothing. I hit it. And when I hit the car, my handlebars came back. Boom! I ain't gonna lie. Boom! That's exactly how it was. I hit the car like I don't know what the hell hit the car first. The tire, the side, I don't know. But I know when I hit the car, the handlebars came back. Boom! Hit me right there. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit took the wind out of me. It instantly started a pain crisis. And I'm on the ground and I just hit somebody's car, you know what I'm saying? So I'm worried about, like, damn, man, this man gonna call the police, or this man gonna do this, and this man gonna do that, and I gotta go to work, whoop this and whoop that. So I'm on the ground, I'm hurt, but I'm thinking, like, man, what the fuck? So I was like, man, I gotta hurry up and get the fuck up off this ground. You know what I'm saying? It was a embarrassing moment, but at the same time, I was hurt. So I was like, I gotta get up off this goddamn ground before somebody see me. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew a lot of people over there by the barber shop. So I was like, man, I gotta get the fuck up off this ground. So, like I said, the ground was wet. So I get up, and I ain't thinking it was gonna be that bad. So I get up, I'm hurt. The man got out the car. He was like, he was an older man. He was like, brother, he wasn't old, but he was older. He probably like in his 40s or 50s. He was like, hey man, are you alright? I was like, yeah, I'm hurting. I ain't gonna lie to you, like I'm hurting. And like if you ever go to the hospital and they ask you, and you tell them you having pain, they ask you, you know what I'm saying, on the pain from 0 to 10, what your pain is. I'm not lying to you, my pain was like a 30. So I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, I'm so sorry for hitting your car, brother. I said I was trying to stop. My tire started sliding because it's so wet out. He said, brother. I guess he knew I was hurt. He like, man, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. He said, my car good. You ain't dented. You ain't scratched. You ain't do nothing. He said, I'm just trying to make sure you okay. I was not okay. I'm like, I'm all right. I said, I appreciate it though. And I said, I'm so sorry for hitting your car. He said, don't worry about it. He got in his car. I think it was his wife or something. I apologized to her too. I said, man, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's okay, it's okay. She said, they were like, you be careful. I was like, okay. I got back on my bike, started it up, and I rode it to my mother's job. And I told her, I was like, I just had an accident on the bike. I hit my woo-cha-com and woo this and woo that. She like, you alright? She like, well, maybe you need to tell Mike you can't work today because of this and this. I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I was young. I was making money. I was like, nah, I ain't trying to miss no money. So I went back to work. I'm talking about I was hurting. That whole day, I was miserable. I was hurting and everything. So I think, you know what I'm saying, when I got off, I stuck it out the whole day. The people, my coworkers that was working there and everybody, they looking at me like, Johan, you alright? I'm like, I wasn't alright, but I'm like, yeah, I'm alright, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck this, I'm trying to make this money. And I think it was payday too, so I was like, nah, fuck this, I need to make this money. So, when I left work, I went home, went in the house, laid down, my shit got worse, you know what I'm saying? The pain got worse through the day. So, I don't know, I think my mom told me, she was like, you wanna go to the hospital? I was like, yeah, I gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Because all the pain I was in, I went to the hospital. They told me, they were like, you gonna have to have surgery. Your gallbladder looking like it was messed up or something, and this and that. So I'm like, man, maybe I'm good. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I just get some pain medicine, and you know what I'm saying? I'd be good in a couple of days. That ain't work. They were like, nah, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to have the surgery. They be like, don't worry about nothing. It's gonna be an in and out surgery. You know what I'm saying? It's an easy surgery and this and that. I'm thinking the surgery gonna be like when I had my tonsils and adenoids taken out. Man, I was in a hospital for damn near a month. I was in ICU. If it wasn't for my mother, I would have died. If it wasn't for my mother came in here. Being a mother, I had the covers over me. This came from surgery. Still hurting. It felt like the pain got worse. You know what I'm saying? I'm still hurting. So my mother pulled back the covers, and I had like my shirt up like this, but I had the covers over me. So when she pulled back the covers, my stomach was like big. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, my stomach was big. Like I was pregnant. You feel me? Like, something like that. So she looking, she like, why your stomach look so big? So I'm just thinking she tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm hurting and everything. I'm like, I don't know, Mom, just leave me alone. So she like, no, I need this. Your stomach is big, Javon. You need to see, I'm about to see what's going on. So she go out there, get a nurse, bring the nurse back in. The nurse said, they sent me straight to the ICU. I'm like, what the fuck? My mother and them ain't even telling me this, but they was basically saying I was about to die because I was bleeding on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I kept bleeding on the inside. And they couldn't stop the surgery or nothing. I mean, they couldn't stop the bleeding or nothing. So they didn't, you know what I'm saying, brung my grandmother and my mother, they put them to the side, and I don't know what the hell they told them, but I guess they told them, because I ain't never asked my mother, like, Mom, what they say to you or nothing, like, you know what I'm saying, but, you know what I'm saying, they pulled my grandmother to the side, explained to my grandmother what was going on, explained to her, like, you know what I'm saying, I might not be here the next day. So, I ain't even know, you know what I'm saying, I'm still in the hospital. I started seeing my family from Virginia, my grandmother's sister, my uncle Jack, my cousin Jake, my cousin Susan, my cousin Jabril, they all came. So I'm still not, you know what I'm saying? I'm still not understanding, like, damn, why the hell Aunt Joanne and them come up here? My Aunt Joanne is my grandmother's sister. And like I said, they live down there an hour and a half away. So I'm like, why the hell they come up here? You know what I'm saying? I'm always in and out the hospital. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never come. So I'm like, what the hell they here for? I'm still not paying attention because I'm in so much pain. My little cousin Jabril, he's autistic, and this how I knew this shit was real. He came in there. At that time, I still didn't know. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I still didn't know. Like I said, my cousin, he's autistic. He came in there, my Aunt Joanne and them, they came in there, they all gave me a hug, kissed me, you know what I'm saying? My cousin Jake did, and everybody. So, my cousin Jabril, he's younger than me. He's way younger than me. He was like, he came in there, he was like, hey, Javon. He was like, I'm sorry you gotta die. So I'm like, I'm laughing. Cause, you know what I'm saying? I'm laughing because I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? He really ain't see me in a hospital before, you know what I'm saying? So he probably thinking like that. But at the whole time, I was, you know what I'm saying? I could have died, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Through prayer and all that, God, you know what I'm saying? Stop the bleeding. And ever since then, I always had problems with my side. I always had problems with my side, but I don't want to go back to the hospital and tell them this and they do something else, and you know what I'm saying, it be the same situation from last time, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, fuck it. I still be having pain there, and I'm talking about pain where I have to stop doing what I'm doing. Sometimes if I'm out in public, I have to lay on the ground, you know what I'm saying? Or I might have to get in the car and lay down on my side and put some pressure on it so I can stop, you know what I'm saying, stop hurting. But I still be having problems with it. And they told me it was supposed to be an in and out surgery. And it really wasn't, you feel me? And the third surgery was, I'm trying to see, it might have been my port. Yeah, I think it was my port. I got this in 2013. Yup, so it's about to be 5 years. 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It'd be 5 years, October 23rd. I would have this thing in my body. And I love it. When I first got it, I was scared to get it because I was going to Children's Hospital, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. And it was, you know what I'm saying, it was other sickle cell patient there. We was on a floor called 4 Yellow, where it's hematology and it's an oncology floor. So what that means, it have sickle cell patients and they also have cancer patients. And a guy named Deontay, he was a couple of years older than me. He was much bigger than me, taller, you know what I'm saying, he was stockier than me and all that. He had a port. He ended up dying because his port got infected. And this was at Children's Hospital. He was at Children's, so we was young, you know what I'm saying? And when I found out he died because of a port, I was like, oh, fuck that. I'm never ever getting a goddamn port a day in my life. But once I started going to my hematologist, he explained to me this, that, and the third. I was like, he was basically telling me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't as bad as you think it is, you know what I'm saying? And if it do get infected with, you know what I'm saying, we'll see it in your blood, and we'll send you to the hospital and give you antibiotics and take it out and all that other stuff. And they was telling me if it is affected, this, you know what I'm saying, what happened, this what happened, that what happened, that what happened. So I went on and got it. I was dealing with this girl at the time. She was older than me. And she told me, she like, go ahead and get it. She like, you know what I'm saying, we'll do this and we'll do that. But I ain't want it. I was like, man, I don't want no bubble just sitting there in my chest. So I tried to get it in my arm because I know somebody that got it in their arm. So the doctor the surgeon that did my surgery, I explained to him, like, can I get it in my arm? So he was telling me, like, man, you don't want it in your arm. At the time, I ain't want to hear it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I see people with ports in their arm, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't get it, you know what I'm saying? When he was telling me, he was like, look, it's gonna be much better in your chest. He said, I got you. And the day of it, you know what I'm saying, I was explaining to him, like, man, I want it in my arm. He like, look, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying. The girl I was dealing with, she was like, look, let him put it in your chest. You don't want it in your arm. You don't want this to happen. You don't want that to happen. You don't want this. So I was like, okay. They put it in my chest. And in 2 months, October 23rd, it'd be 5 years I had this port. But, you know what I'm saying, it's like living with sickle cell. It shows you a lot, you know what I'm saying? You understand who your real friends are, who your real family are. When you have sickle cell, you look at life a lot different, you know what I'm saying? Any of y'all out there that have sickle cell, y'all got any stories, questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments. I might do another video about my sickle cell or whatever, but it is what it is. Y'all have a good one. That was my little rough draft of my little story about my little sickle cell life. Right quick, you know what I'm saying? I just told y'all a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a full story on everything, but just to get it out there, I'm gonna put this video out there just to, you know what I'm saying? Just to clear up some clarification. That's